Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson Legal Basis for Data Processing. The legal basis for data processing is a critical component of data management practices, particularly in the context of privacy regulations such as the General Data Protection Regulation. Understanding the legal basis for processing personal data is essential for organizations seeking to comply with privacy laws and build trust with stakeholders. The GDPR outlines 6 lawful bases for processing personal data: consent, contract, legal obligation, vital interests, public task, and legitimate interests. Each basis provides a framework for organizations to justify their data processing activities, offering both compliance and strategic benefits. Consent is perhaps the most well-known legal basis for data processing. It requires that an individual has freely given specific, informed, and unambiguous agreement to the processing of their personal data. Organizations must ensure that consent is explicit and documented, providing individuals with clear information about how their data will be used. A practical tool to manage consent is a consent management platform, which helps organizations collect, store, and manage user consents efficiently. CMPs can integrate with websites and applications to ensure that consent is obtained and recorded in compliance with GDPR requirements. A case study from the e-commerce industry illustrates the importance of CMPs. An online retailer implemented a CMP to manage consents, resulting in a 30% reduction in compliance-related inquiries as users were more informed and confident about their data choices. Contractual necessity is another legal basis for data processing, applicable when processing is necessary for the performance of a contract to which the data subject is a party. Organizations must carefully assess whether the data processing is genuinely necessary for the contract's execution. For instance, an online subscription service may process a user's payment information to fulfill a subscription agreement. A step-by-step application involves mapping out all contractual obligations and identifying corresponding data processing activities. A practical framework for this is a data processing inventory, which helps organizations document and assess the necessity of processing activities related to contractual obligations. This inventory serves as a living document that can be updated as contracts evolve, ensuring ongoing compliance and operational efficiency. Processing based on legal obligations occurs when an organization must process personal data to comply with a legal requirement. This basis is particularly relevant for industries subject to specific regulations such as financial services and healthcare. Organizations must identify applicable legal obligations and map them to specific data processing activities. A practical approach is to conduct a regulatory impact assessment, which evaluates the implications of relevant laws and regulations on data processing activities. The RIA helps organizations align their data practices with legal requirements, reducing the risk of non-compliance. An example from the finance sector involves a bank that conducted an RIA to ensure its data processing activities met anti-money laundering regulations, resulting in enhanced compliance and reduced regulatory scrutiny. Vital interests are a less commonly used legal basis, applicable when processing is necessary to protect someone's life. This basis is often invoked in emergencies, such as natural disasters or medical emergencies, where obtaining consent is not feasible. Organizations must document the circumstances and rationale for invoking vital interests, ensuring transparency and accountability. A practical application involves developing emergency response protocols that outline when and how vital interests may be invoked. These protocols should be regularly reviewed and tested to ensure readiness in the event of an emergency. The public task basis applies when processing is necessary for an organization to perform a task in the public interest or exercise official authority. This basis is most relevant for public sector organizations and those working on projects with a public interest component. Organizations must clearly define the public interest task and ensure that data processing is proportionate and necessary. A practical framework for organizations is to establish a public interest assessment, which evaluates the necessity and proportionality of data processing activities related to public tasks. A PIA helps organizations balance their public interest objectives with data protection principles, ensuring compliance and public trust. An example from the education sector involves a university conducting a PIA to justify the processing of student data for research purposes, aligning its activities with GDPR requirements while advancing academic goals. Legitimate interests provide a flexible legal basis, allowing organizations to process personal data in a manner that is reasonably expected and does not override the rights and freedoms of individuals. Organizations must conduct a legitimate interest assessment to evaluate the necessity and balance of interests involved. The LIA involves 3 steps: identifying a legitimate interest, demonstrating that the processing is necessary, and performing a balancing test to ensure that the data subject's rights do not override the legitimate interests. A practical tool to facilitate this process is ELA template, which guides organizations through each step, helping them document their rationale and decision-making process. A case study from the marketing industry demonstrates the utility of LIAs. A digital marketing agency used a LIA template to assess the processing of customer data for personalized advertising, ensuring compliance while enhancing customer engagement. The legal basis for data processing is not just about compliance. It also offers strategic opportunities for organizations to build trust and enhance their reputation. By understanding and applying the appropriate legal basis, organizations can demonstrate their commitment to data protection and privacy, fostering stronger relationships with customers, partners, and regulators. Statistics underscore the importance of this commitment. According to a study by the International Association of Privacy Professionals, 70% of consumers are more likely to engage with businesses that are transparent about their data practices. This statistic highlights the competitive advantage organizations can gain by effectively managing their legal basis for data processing. To implement these insights, organizations should establish a robust data governance framework that integrates legal basis assessments into their data management practices. This framework should include regular audits and reviews to ensure ongoing compliance and adaptability to regulatory changes. Training and awareness programs for employees are also essential, equipping them with the knowledge and tools to apply these principles in their daily activities. In conclusion, the legal basis for data processing is a cornerstone of effective data management practices. By leveraging practical tools such as CMPs, data processing inventories, RIAs, PIAs, and LIA templates, organizations can navigate the complexities of data protection regulations with confidence. These tools, combined with a strategic approach to data governance, enable organizations to not only achieve compliance, but also to build trust and drive business value. The integration of these practices into organizational culture and operations ensures that data protection becomes a shared responsibility, fostering a privacy-centric environment that benefits both organizations and individuals. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UXL, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.